Hi everyone, this is Neil Writer, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. We have here a patient who attended with keratosis obturans. And for anyone who's new to my channel and is not aware of what keratosis obturans is, I will explain it in great detail during the course of the video. I also have a playlist on my YouTube channel where you can watch other procedures with patients who have keratosis obturans. And I'll just give you a case summary. This patient has been suffering from a blocked ear for a while, predominantly in this their left ear. This is the worst ear out of the two. However, they've been managing, and as many of us do, we just put up with it until the last minute when it gets really bad. And last week, it all came to a head. They were on holiday. They submerged their head under water, so water got into the ear and completely blocked this ear. They were really struggling to hear with this their left ear upon attending today. And in the last couple of days, they're experiencing otolaryngology, which is earache. Initially, I didn't suspect this to be keratosis obturans. No, it is really medially impacted. I can't remember if I mentioned, but they also admitted to using a cotton bud, and that didn't really obviously help matters because it just further pushed it deeper and up against the eardrum. So initially I just thought this was earwax, but as I was starting to remove this plug, it became apparent that in fact it was keratosis obturans. So what's keratosis obturans and how does that differ from earwax? So earwax is made up of 3 ingredients. The first ingredient is dead skin and debris and loose hairs. So around 60% of earwax is what we call dry matter. So it's dead skin, hairs and dust dirt in the environment. The remaining 40% is made up of 2 other ingredients. Sebum, which is an oily fatty secretion, and we also find that on our scalp. So it's secreted by the sebaceous glands, which are attached to the hair follicles. And the final ingredient in earwax is an oily sweat, which is secreted by the ceruminous glands, which is a modified alpocrine gland. And these are sweat glands, and ceruminous glands are exclusively located within the ear, under the armpit, and in our groin region. And it's an oily sweat. So it's a different sweat we get on our brow, which is more of a watery sweat. And so that's earwax. That's got 3 primary ingredients. Keratosis obturans is just dead skin. It's dead keratin, and it's skin that's shedded off the eardrum and typically the inner 2/3 of the ear canal, so the bony parts. It's the epidermis, the epithelial layer of skin. And that skin is keratinous, so it contains a protein called keratin. We also find that on our fingernails, and on our hair strands. And keratosis obturans is when the skin fully fails to shed and migrate. So the ear canal and the eardrum is lined up with a layer of skin. The skin that lines the outer third of the ear canal, the cartilaginous portion, is about 1 millimeter in thickness, and it's got 3 layers. It's got the epidermis, which is made up of epithelial skin cells, which is the outer layer. You've then got the dermis layer, where the hair follicles are found, and the ceruminous and sebaceous glands are. And then the third innermost layer is a layer of fatty insulating tissue and connective tissue. So collectively, it's about 1 millimeter in thickness. Whereas the skin that lines the inner 2/3 of the ear canal and the outermost membrane of the eardrum, it's just the epithelial layer of skin. The epidermis is the outer layer. So that's at 0.1 millimeters in thickness. And the ear has evolved over millennia to naturally